my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name is Amber, and I am a practicing witch. So what I do on this channel is usually I try to touch on subjects to help young witches get into the craft. I don't necessarily touch on stuff that's... I touch on things that are considered to be maybe a little taboo sometimes. But for the most part, I just try to teach about the basics and the overall feel of being a witch, if you will. Is the basics of magic and how to be a witch. I try to not put my own ideals into things, though. I try to make sure that you know the basics, but not make it more so rigid. I try to make it fluid so that you get what you need to get out of it. But you can also put your own twist on it. So, I've started this series that this video will now follow in for the celebrations that we as witches often celebrate. Today's celebration, in fact, is Litha. That's what we're going to be covering. This video will seem a little short, kind of like my last one, because ultimately I have mentioned in previous videos in this series several things, so I don't feel the need to really super repeat them or go into them. So some stuff I will let you know if I'm just going to kind of glaze over it. And if I say to please go watch the other videos, please do. Speaking of which, if you are watching this video and you do like it, please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you're not, and hit the little notification bell, okay? Thank you. That helps me out a lot. Also, feel free to leave a comment. If you want to see me cover something witchy related, please let me know. And maybe I can do that in a future video. I might be covering some tarot in the future, but we'll have to see about that because I'm not really an expert in tarot. I do use it, but I use it very sparingly. So we'll see about that. I will be maybe touching on pendulum use also in an upcoming video, but again, that will depend. If you do want to see that, though, either one of those, leave a comment, please. Okay, so let's get on with Litha, because that's what you're here for. So, Litha is the celebration of the summer solstice. So it is the longest day and shortest night of the year. Many people are probably familiar with this, regardless if you're a witch or not. But we as witches do find a lot of power on this day because it is the longest day of the sun and the shortest night of the year. So, as per usual, I have my cliff notes on my phone that I will be referring to because I want to give you guys accurate and the most precise information that I can. And I have a terrible memory, so if I were to sit here and just try to remember everything, it would not happen. So we're going to just kind of touch on stuff, okay? So first and foremost, I do not have a Litha pocket altar here. The reason for that is because I often for Litha just kind of put things on my regular altar. I don't make a pocket altar for it. I've considered making one, but I haven't quite found my jive with it yet, and when it comes to pocket altars, or altars in general, of course you have to be you have to really be into what you're making, you know what I mean? If you're going to make it right, and make it so it feels right to you, and stuff I've been trying just doesn't feel right yet, so maybe this upcoming year, maybe I will. The date of Litha is, now I can never remember the exact date, so hang on. It's June 21st. That is the official summer solstice Litha day, longest day, shortest night of the year. I can never quite remember. I always want to say it's like the 18th for some reason. I don't know why. That's why I had it written down, because I was like, I will definitely forget that. Anyway, so yeah, so this is the one celebration, like usually I tell you guys to plan that you can celebrate up to a week beforehand leading up to the day, or you can even give it like a 24-hour day either before or after. This is the one holiday where you can't really do that because the longest day and shortest night of the year is only one day. right? So I obviously just highly suggest that you start on June 21st into June 22nd, okay? The way of celebrating it is actually quite easy and quite generalistic, and that's that you simply stay up all night. That is basically the way that you celebrate Litha, is that you stay up from dawn on the 21st all the way till dawn on the 22nd. That's what you do. You stay up all day and all night, and you watch the sunrise on June the 22nd. In terms of things that you do that night, you can do multiple things. And again, with any celebration, this includes food, drink, fire lighting, whether that be creating a fire pit outside or lighting your fireplace inside your home, lighting candles, whether they be battery operated or flame, doesn't really matter. There is the suggestion that you fill your home with light, so that no matter what you do, you have light in your house. So this can be from turning on all the lights in your home for an evening, for the entire time, or like I said, lighting a fire. The idea is to celebrate the sun, to celebrate the light that we have now got, okay? So now let's start going over some of the symbols and things like that. So as per usual, I will start with the animals and we'll go from there, okay? So the animals that are associated with Litha are bees, butterflies, cattle, horses, robins, sea creatures, snakes, or wren, okay? A wren is a bird, by the way, if you don't know. It's a little tiny bird. But yeah, so these are the things associated with Litha. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure why. It could be that these are all animals associated with kind of like summer weather and summer-esque. You know, you have snakes and reptiles coming out during that time. Lots of sea creatures kind of come out during that time, especially in the like early morning hours and things like that. So could be something to do with that, but I'm not entirely sure, so don't quote me on that. So let's move immediately into crystals and your incense. So the crystals and stones that are associated with Litha are amber, which is hilarious because that's my name, carnelian, I apologize if I butchered that, and I know I did, citrine, or citrine, depending on how you pronounce it, diamond, jade, lapis, and tiger's eye. Okay, so those are the crystals and stones that you can spread amongst your home, carry on you, or put on your altar, or in your pocket altar if you create it. I will also go over I'll go over briefly how you might go about creating a pocket altar for this celebration, even though I myself do not have one at this time. So let's quickly go over herbs and flowers and your incense and oils. We'll do the two together, okay? So herbs and flowers include basil, calendula, chamomile, daisy, heather, lavender, meadowsweet, mugwort, mistletoe, peony, roses, vervain, St. John's wort, sunflower, and wild thyme. Your incenses are cedar, clove, frankincense, lavender, mint, lemon, myrrh, orange, pine, and sage. And your trees are elder, oak, pine, and rowan and fir. So there you have it. So those are all of your kind of essentials. So now, what you can do to how do you create a pocket altar for something like this? So basically what you would do is, the base for any altar, I would say, would be salt. Any pocket altar would be salt. You always need salt. You can do sea salt, or you can do regular, just table salt is cool too. just know that you're going to need a lot of it, okay? Because you're going to fill the bottom with it. I always suggest to use ground up eggshells because eggshell powder, dust, or just ground up eggshells are essential for protection and for ritualistic purposes. You usually put them in various things to do with healing, protection, any sort of base. You also put them in because they are a great energy drawing agent, okay? Same with the salt. The salt is a similar idea. So you put the two together and it's a great mixture. So once you do that, I would suggest that you then take any of the herbs or incense that I have mentioned, if you can get like some powdered incense of it, and you put it in that salt. You just put it all in the salt, okay? And then you want to mix it. You want to mix it all together. This now creates your base, and then you want to charge that base using an incense that I also mentioned. For any of the celebrations, you want to use the incense correlating with them to not only cleanse everything before using, but also after you've used it. Use it to charge as well. Same with the crystals. You can put the crystals with all of these, like with all of the items inside your pocket altar, and then sit and charge them. For this one, I would suggest charging by the sun, because it is a sun and light-based ritual celebration, right? Okay. But again, some are going to be better by moonlight. Like anything for Samhain, definitely charge by moonlight. Yule kind of goes both ways, I find. I found that you can charge either by sun or by moon. It doesn't matter. Either way, if you're going to charge by moon, of course, use the full moon and put your stuff out during the full moonlight. That's just the best way. Now we're going to cover colors, because like I said, I don't have a pocket altar to show you. But again, white is always a standard. If you don't have any other color candle and you need it, you can use a white candle. But we'll go over the colors here real quick. So colors you can use are blue, gold, green, red, and yellow. Okay, and of course white, because like I said, white is a standard. But those are the other colors that you can use, and you can use candles in those colors, or you can use, if you want to get paint your container for the pocket altar, or find a container that is that color, that would be great too. And you can do varying things with this. Now I would suggest that the night of Litha, so like that day, that's when you light your candle involved in that, okay? And you leave it until dawn the following day, June 22nd. So you would have to kind of find those out, but other than that, that's what I would suggest. Okay, I'm just debating on if there's anything else I need to discuss with you about Litha. I don't think so. Really, I think we've touched on the basics. Again, this is a very short video, but again, there's stuff I've discussed in other videos that really do apply to this one, such as, you know, you can wear this stuff on clothing if you're a closeted witch, or if you're an open witch, you can also do that, right? You can wear the colors on clothing, you can wear symbols on your clothing. You can also wear jewelry with the symbols and colors, or you can wear accessories like hats and things like that that have the colors as well. Or you can do your makeup with the colors as well. So just, yeah, so these are all things that I've touched on numerous times. But there you go. Something I haven't touched on though, that I will actually touch on now, that I just realized, and I'm not sure why I haven't touched on it yet. You can make specific sachets. Sorry about that. You can make specifically like sachets for these specific celebrations, like a Litha sachet, or you can do bottles. You can do spell bottles that are specific to these kind of celebrations. That is definitely something you can do, and then you can put it around your home. yeah, so if you do things like that, it's subtle, but it's also something you can do to celebrate if you kind of need to keep things under the table a little bit. Just make sure that if you do bottles and sachets, that you put it somewhere that somebody may not, that you don't want to find it, will not find it, if that makes sense. The nice thing about making bottles and sachets, though, is that you can put them in like your purse, or you can put them in your pockets, and that just helps, right? So I hope that this wasn't too short, and I hope that you still got what you needed out of it. I hope it was helpful. Yeah, I will, I think that, I realized that you guys might want some reading material, so I'm going to put links down below in the description for 2 books that I use religiously. Literally, I really love using these books, and they are a great source. So I'm going to provide those links down below if you would like to go buy them from Amazon, which is probably where I'm going to, not sponsored, by the way. I'm not sponsored by Amazon. I just really, it occurred to me that you guys might want some reference material, and I was like, well, that's helping too. So I'm going to supply my 2 books that I use a lot, and they seem to be really great. I will supply them below with links to, hopefully on Amazon. If not, I will try to find them elsewhere and provide a link to where you can buy them if you wish to buy them. Just be aware, the one I know is quite expensive, but it's an encyclopedia, okay, of witchcraft, basically, and it is like the best witchcraft book you can ever have. So I think that's it. So I hope you guys had a good time. I hope you're enjoying your day, your night, wherever it is, whatever it is, wherever you are. I hope you're enjoying yourselves. I hope you're having a good time. I hope this gave you the information that you needed, and yeah, hope you stay spooky. So stay spooky. Bye.